This is a Bulldog young offense does, as we expect to see the JV offense coming out.
Now this is when you're going to need your program because it's going to be a whole bunch of new people coming out.
Well, Trenton Sherman out there. Looks like he'll be the receiver or quarterback. Yeah, Sherman's coming as a quarterback here to the near side. That looks like Nathan Schweinbraten, who is going to serve as the quarterback. He's got Kevon Warren to his left side. There is the snap a little high. He grabs it with one hand, and Schweinbraten forces his way back towards the line of scrimmage. Still going to be taken down for, it looks like, a loss of one. Tanner Smith, one of those defensive linemen, helping to get in there and make the stop for Washington. Looked like Bradbury and also Tyson Lincoln helping to make that stop. It is a loss of a yard back to the Bulldog 49. Second down and 11 coming. Snap was just a tad high. We'll have to get the names and numbers on some of those guys up front as well. There is the snap. That's a good one. And the handoff to Kevon Warren running off the left side. Warren grabbed from behind and taken down at the 44 in Washington territory. That gain will be good for just about 6. And we'll bring up a third down and we'll call it 5.
Bradbury on the tackle. He's been on a lot of tackles here tonight. He's done a good job at that linebacker spot.
So Warren finishing that first half with a 53-yard touchdown run, getting a chance to carry here. Picks up actually 7 yards as they set it down. So third down and 4 coming. Schweinbraten out of the gun, has the snap, penalty marker down, may have been procedure. They fake the handoff and Schweinbraten straight ahead running, met and taken down on the play. The tackler losing his helmet, that's Tanner Smith. He'll have to come out for a play as he picks up his helmet and heads to the sideline. Now we'll check that penalty. Procedure, Martinsburg, and let's see if head coach Glenn Simpson wants that penalty or the result of the play. Well, the question being asked, it looks like, of the players on the field, and there is the procedure penalty, and it will be declined. So the result of the play is going to be a loss, it looks like. Waiting to see where they're going to set it down.
Yeah.
They're going to set it at the 47-yard line, so that ended up being a loss of about 3. And we'll bring up fourth down and roughly 7.
Now, I think Washington's going to call a timeout, or I think they did.
Now, the officials at least have called a timeout. I think they're still trying to figure out where they're about to set the football down. The officials are coming together and finally saying 44, so he didn't lose any yards on that last carry.
I didn't think he did. I don't, he got stopped there at the 44 and then driven back about 3 yards. So fourth down. 4th and 4, 8 minutes and 5 seconds ago, third quarter, 55 zip.
And there is the handoff to Kevon Warren on the fourth down play. Turns the corner on the left side, gets to the sideline. Penalty marker down in behind the run as Warren gets inside the 30 and gets taken down about it looks like they're going to mark it at about the 30. From our angle, we're not very high here at Terry L. Marcus Field, so looking across the field, hard to tell sometimes where someone gets tackled or goes out of bounds. Either way, it's going to come back on a hold at the 35-yard line. So 9 yards, make it 8 yards into that run. There was the holding penalty. Minus 10 on the hold will be 4 penalties for 45 yards now for Martinsburg, and they'll do it all over again with the football back at about the 46. Still in Washington territory, and it will bring up a fourth down and just about 6 yards to go for a first. Snaps a little high. Schweinbraten's got it off the left side of the line. He's got the first down and then some down the far sideline, inside the 20, inside the 15, the 10-5, and into the end zone for the Martinsburg Bulldog touchdown.
Well, that ball nearly snapped over his head. He's made 2 great recoveries on bad snaps, and that one he just took off to the left side and just outran guys. There were a couple guys had angles on him across the field and weren't able to cut him off. That'll make it 61-0 here with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And the Dogs continue to score every time they have the football.
They have not punted tonight.
46 yards on that touchdown run for Schweinbraten. Let's see who's on for the extra point. There is the snap to Schweinbraten. He gets it down, and the kick is low and is no good. Plenty of pressure coming right up the middle, and that had disaster written all over it as Alex Alibaugh, the 5'8 junior, was in to try that extra point. They do not get it, but the Bulldogs do add 6 to the lead. 7 minutes to play in the third. We take a break with Martinsburg in front, 61-0. Well, the ensuing kickoff coming quickly, taken by Jerry Parks, who quickly darts up the near side hash marks and will get out beyond the 40 to the 45-yard line. Washington, pretty good field position at their own 45. Their second possession of the second half. Drive summary for Martinsburg. 5 plays, 50 yards, 3 minutes, 33 seconds, and a 46-yard touchdown run on 4th and 6 for Nathan Schweinbraten. Vic, you got a scoring update.
Yeah, we got a Musselman Morgantown score, all knotted up 7-7 in the third quarter.
Washington to the line of scrimmage. Looks like Bradbury's going to take the direct snap at quarterback this time, and it goes through his hands. He then bobbles it, grabs it, and pushes his way forward. He's going to have a gain of about 3 yards as he'll be stopped at the 48-yard line.
As we can well see, both teams with new centers in there. Some really tough snaps to out of that shotgun formation.
Looked like Ryshawn Scott helping to make that tackle to bring down Bradbury after the 3-yard pickup. And the clock continues to move as we're down to 5:41 and counting. To the line of scrimmage, play clock down to 10 seconds. Back to the right side of the quarterback, Bradbury. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and there's a penalty marker down, and that was a case where the center didn't snap the ball. Everyone else was moving, and the center was that one tick behind everybody else. So that procedure penalty will back him up. 4 penalties, 25 yards now against the Patriots. Instead of a 2nd and 8, it will make it 2nd down and about 13. Football back to the 43-yard line, still in their own territory. Again, they'll line up, same formation, single receiver here to the left, 3 to the right. There's the snap, and Bradbury off that right side of the line bowls his way forward and gets out to about the 48. So he gains back the yardage that had been lost on the prior penalty.
Big hit in there by Reese Duffy, number 23, coming up there, laying a lick that time. 4 minutes, 35 seconds ago, third quarter. 61-0, Martinsburg on top. And basically, we really have to go to the program to give you people who are out there on the field right now. Basically, JV players more so than anything else.
On 3rd down and about 7, they go back to Amare, the quarterback. He wants to throw deep along that far side. It's a jump ball and will be intercepted inside the 20-yard line. 2 defenders back for Martinsburg, and one of them able to leap into the air and pull that one in. Still waiting to get the number. I believe that's Reese Duffy. Is that a 2-3, Jason, from your vantage point? Trying to make sure I see. Again, with a glare on the window and from our angle, a little tough to see, but we believe that was,
I believe it was,
the INT for Duffy. We'll get confirmation from Jason down on the sideline. So with 3:55 to play here in our third quarter, that is turnover number 1 for Washington. It has been clean in the ballgame in that regard. They haven't had those kind of mistakes.
Matt, that was Haskins with the interception.
Haskins?
Yes.
What number would that be?
38.
38. Thank you very much. So 38 Haskins on the INT. Well, here we go as Martinsburg snaps the football, and the quarterback in the backfield, gets hit and taken down. I believe he may have gotten rid of the football at the last moment as he got it to a back, and then quickly things collapsed. So that play goes back to about the 12-yard line, and it will be a loss of 4.
Again, having problems with the snap, trying to get the snap down under control, making the handoff. So things have been kind of rough with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Still 61-0, Martinsburg on top.
There is the snap, and the quarterback this time keeping it off the left side of the line, pushing his way forward, picking up the yardage lost on that last play, as the game will be good for 4, maybe 5. Looks to be a 1-4 that is out there now, and that would be Peyton Curry, who is a sophomore at quarterback. So Curry out there.
Another update on the Musselman Morgantown game. Musselman now up 13-6 over Morgantown.
Gain good for about 6 yards out to the 18. So third down and still about 8 yards to go for a first. There is the snap and there is the handoff, and the tailback turning the corner on that left side. Warren staying in bounds, diving forward. Let's see. Wait a minute. Did he lose the football?
Yes,
yeah, he lost the football, and a Martinsburg player able to grab it and pick up a few extra yards on the play out beyond the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they gave him an extra 10 yards on that. His knee was actually down before he lost that ball.
Yeah, that is Haskins again, number 38, who was able to pick that one up and pick up the extra yardage. So Martinsburg gets the first down, keeps the drive alive, now 3 for 4 on third down conversions. They're out to the 41. That last gain good for 23 yards. Handoff to Kevon Warren coming here to the left. Grabbed in the backfield, and Jace Bradbury's going to sling him down. They'll give progress at about the 38-yard line for a loss of only about 3. Could have been more. That was a good play by Bradbury.
Their linebackers have done a pretty good job tonight for Washington Ball Club. They get to the football just in that first half. The offensive line from Martinsburg just simply dominated that whole entire front. So there was no penetration whatsoever from the interior guys or the linebackers.
So we'll bring up second down and 13. The quarterback going to keep it coming near side, diving between a pair of defenders. Peyton Curry moves out close to the 45-yard line. Penalty marker down at the 40, and it looks like we'll have a hold on the play. Yeah, so the hold is going to bring it back. It looks like they'll mark it pretty much from that 40-yard line. So that was about 2 yards into that run for Curry. Minus 10 on the hold will now give the Bulldogs 5 penalties for 55 yards.
And we're down to 25 seconds left to go in the quarter as the Dogs break their huddle.
Second down and about 21 yards to go for a first. Out of the shotgun, there is the snap. This time on the carry, it's going to be Richard Ramirez. Ramirez taking that handoff and gaining 5 yards. We've seen Ramirez earlier in the season. First time we've seen him tonight. 6th play of the Bulldog drive. Actually, 7th play coming up as they will snap from their own 35-yard line, facing a third down and still about 16 yards to go for a first. We'll have that next play as we go to quarter number 4. 3 quarters in the books here at Terry L. Marcus Stadium, with Martinsburg leading Washington 61-0.